I never truly understood loneliness until it settled in like an uninvited guest. It wasn't just the absence of people, it was the absence of connection. I had friends, colleagues, and acquaintances, yet somehow I felt invisible. I'd spend my evenings scrolling through social media, watching highlight reels of lives filled with laughter, travel, and companionship while I sat in my dimly lit apartment. My only company being the hum of the refrigerator and the occasional text notification that I'd ignore. One evening, after another day of forced smiles and empty conversations, I found myself staring at my own reflection in the window. The weight of loneliness felt suffocating. It wasn't just the solitude, it was the thought that maybe this was just my life now. Drifting, unseen, unheard. I wondered if this void was something I was destined to carry forever. In that moment of desperation, I did something I hadn't done in a long time. I prayed. I wasn't even sure if I still believed in the power of prayer, but something inside me whispered that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't as alone as I felt. That's when I decided to reach out to Robert. Robert had always been different. He exuded a quiet confidence, a warmth that made people feel like they belonged. He wasn't the loudest in the room, but somehow people gravitated toward him. He had a way of making even the most introverted person feel valued. If anyone could help me figure out how to escape this loneliness, it was him. "Hey, got time for a coffee?" I texted, not expecting much. To my surprise, he replied almost instantly, "Always, meet me at Java House in 30. Half an hour later, I was sitting across from him, stirring my coffee absent-mindedly. Robert studied me for a moment before leaning in. "All right, spill it. What's going on?" I hesitated, but then let it all out: the loneliness, the emptiness, the feeling of being surrounded by people, but still feeling utterly alone. When I finished, he nodded, as if he understood exactly what I was going through. "I've been there," he said. "Loneliness isn't just about being alone. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, and disconnected. But you don't have to stay there. There's a way out." I leaned in, eager for answers. "How?" Robert smiled knowingly. "It starts with 3 simple steps. But first, you have to be open to change. Step 1. Create meaningful connections. Most people think having more friends will fix loneliness," Robert began. "But it's not about quantity, it's about depth. Ask yourself, who in your life do you actually connect with?" I frowned. I have friends, but most conversations feel surface level. "Then go deeper," he said. "Start small. Ask real questions. Listen, really listen. Be present. People open up when they feel seen, and when they open up, true connections form." That night, I took his advice. Instead of mindlessly texting in group chats, I called an old friend and asked how they were. Really asked. The conversation was different this time. It wasn't just about what they had been up to. It was about how they felt. By the time we hung up, I realized something. Connection wasn't about how many people I knew. It was about how deeply I knew them. Step 2. Engage with the world. The loneliest people tend to retreat from the world. Robert told me the next time we met. They wait for an invitation. But here's the truth: connection won't come knocking. You have to go find it. I sighed. So what? Just throw myself into social situations. Not exactly, he said. Find something you care about. A hobby, a cause, a community. When you engage with the world, you naturally attract people with similar interests. Taking his advice, I signed up for a local volunteer group. The first day was awkward. I felt like an outsider. But as I showed up consistently, faces became familiar, conversations became easier, and slowly I felt like I belonged. Loneliness started to lose its grip. Step 3. Be kind to yourself and others. The most overlooked cure for loneliness, Robert asked. Kindness to yourself and to others. Loneliness thrives in self-doubt and isolation. The moment you start giving, whether it's your time, attention, or kindness, you break that cycle. At first, it felt unnatural, but I started small, complimenting strangers, holding doors open, leaving uplifting notes for co-workers. The more I gave, the more connected I felt, not just to others, but to myself. My own worth became clearer, not because others validated it, but because I saw the impact I could have, finding faith in the journey. As I practiced these steps, I realized something profound. Faith played a crucial role in my transformation. At my lowest, I had turned to God, even when I wasn't sure if He was listening. But as I opened my heart to connection, as I started engaging with the world and spreading kindness, I felt an invisible hand guiding me. I started attending church again, not out of obligation, but because I craved the sense of community it provided. I listened to sermons about love, about service, about the power of faith to heal even the deepest wounds. And I saw the truth in it. Faith wasn't just about believing in something greater than myself. It was about believing that I was meant for something more than loneliness. The transformation, weeks turned into months. I kept showing up, kept reaching out, kept choosing connection over retreat. And slowly, the world felt less distant. People started to notice the change in me, not because I was louder, not because I had more friends, but because I was present, because I cared. One evening, as I sat in a park watching the sunset, I realized something profound. I wasn't alone anymore. Not because I had filled my life with people, but because I had filled it with meaning. I had built real connections, engaged with the world, and learned to be kind, not just to others, but to myself. The ripple effect. Robert had been right all along. Loneliness isn't just an individual struggle, it's a societal one. When one person chooses connection, they create ripples that touch countless lives. My journey didn't just impact MIT, encouraged others to reach out, to engage, to be kind. And maybe, just maybe, that's how the world changes. One connection at a time. As I left the park that evening, I sent Robert a message. "You were right. I feel alive." His response was instant. "Told you. Now go help someone else feel the same." And so, I did.